Stranger Things fans follow the lives of the characters and the cast very closely. And the biggest question that haunts fans is, are they as close IRL as on screen? Let's learn everything about the best bromance of all time and how it's rooted in real life. Discover what brought Caleb, Sadie, and Gaten together before they were cast on Stranger Things. And find out what infamous pact Millie and Noah made.
Holy shit.
Let's start. The unlikely duo. Although action is a big part of the show, the relationships between the characters are the reason why we root for them. And it saved a character's life at least once. Bully turned babysitter Steve Harrington rose to prominence in Season 2, mostly thanks to his unlikely friendship with unapologetic nerd Dustin Henderson. Their bromance came out of the blue, but oddly enough, it came about naturally. Gaten Matarazzo revealed that it felt weird at first, as the idea of getting Steve and Dustin together came from being at a dead end plot-wise. Then, suddenly, the characters connected. I thought our scenes were going to be pretty funny, recalled Keery, but they had heart to them too. The Stranger Things creators were also surprised by the success of the oddball duo. It was never planned when we pitched the season to Netflix, revealed Matt Duffer. It's just something you discover along the way. Dustin and Steve's adventures together made us fall in love with them. Moreover, every moment of their bromance is a little rooted in reality. Joe and Gaten have become great friends, and they aren't shy to admit it.
Working with Joe is always incredible, and he's a dear, dear friend.
I think he's just maybe one of the brightest young people I've ever met.
Just recently, Joe revealed why their bickering feels so natural, comparing Gaten to a 60-year-old uncle that he never had. Which is doubly amusing, as Keery is a decade older than his bestie. In Season 4, the relationship between their characters took on a different dynamic because of the cast's newest addition, Joseph Quinn. Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master Eddie became Dustin's latest role model. However, Gaten is not going to pick sides, either on or off screen. He was happy to welcome a new member of the team, whom he described as a very devoted, committed, and careful actor. Keery, Matarazzo, and Quinn bonded really well, not only during filming, but also during the hiatus caused by the pandemic. They spent quite a lot of quality time together doing rock climbing. By the way, just like Gaten, Keery is also not ready to reveal which duo is better, Steve and Dustin or Steve and Robin.
Oh man, that's a dead tie. I feel like that. It's like choosing who do you love better, mom or dad. I can't do that.
Now, let's have a look at the relationships Dustin's first romantic interest has with her co-stars. The Broadway Kids. Sadie Sink has often been linked to her fellow cast members, especially Caleb McLaughlin, as he plays her boyfriend, and they have brilliant on-screen chemistry. However, their relationship is nothing but close friends.
And I appreciate her as a friend.
But that doesn't mean they don't have kind of a history together. Sadie revealed that she knew Caleb and Gaten for a long time before they were all cast on Stranger Things. They first met on Broadway. Sadie played in the musical Annie, McLaughlin was in The Lion King, and Matarazzo starred in Les Miserables. If you're a child and you're on Broadway, you automatically know every other child in a production, explained Sadie. She recalled that as kids, they spent lots of time in a park where they would all go to let off energy between rehearsals. So when Sink saw Caleb again on the set of Stranger Things, she was impressed.
Wow, he's so grown up.
Thus, a friendship between the co-stars came quite naturally. Sadie recalled that she and Gaten would constantly sing Hamilton tunes, and that she'd had a water balloon fight with Caleb. And the first night she met Millie, they went to an Adele concert together.
Having someone that's kind of going through the same thing that you're going through, it's a great support system.
But although there was nothing romantic between Sadie and Caleb, doesn't mean there were no behind-the-scenes love stories at all. The real romance. Charlie Heaton and Natalia Dyer were first spotted off set together back in 2017. They were photographed holding hands in Paris and kissing in London, and later the couple went red carpet official at a Christmas event. Despite that, the two didn't share too much about their relationship, although they were repeatedly asked about it. First off, they wanted to be sure about what was truly going on between them, and secondly, they didn't want it to interfere with their work on the show. However, even if Dyer and Heaton weren't sure about it, Matt Duffer claims that it was obvious to him. That first audition, we did a chemistry read with Charlie and Natalia, he shared, and sparks were flying. As of 2022, the couple are still going strong. Yet, Natalia is confused about why people want to know about their private lives. For her, being open as an actor and as a person are quite different things. Some people are very good about sharing, and others feel a little more comfortable holding some things for themselves. Next, let's find out how the supporting cast feels on set. Bullies are welcome. We bet that most viewers felt uneasy watching how mean Californian Queen Bee Angela has been to Elle. It turns out that for Elodie Grace Orkin, it wasn't a very pleasant experience either. The newcomer revealed that it was Stranger Things that inspired her to start a career on screen. So booking a role on her favorite show was just insane. But playing a bully wasn't easy, because in real life, Elodie doesn't like confrontation at all.
It was just a lot of fun to kind of be someone completely different.
Obviously, it was a little bit intimidating on set, as the main cast is like family. But Elodie was immediately welcomed. Honestly, they made it so comfortable for everyone new walking in, she recalled. It was just a really fun set. Another actor who joined the cast in season 3 and returned in the latest one wasn't intimidated at all. Thanks to her Broadway background, Gabriella Pizzolo knew some of her classmates before landing a role on Stranger Things.
And I'd seen Gaten in his first Broadway show ever, and that was one of my first shows that I ever saw.
Moreover, she knew Sadie really well because Sink's brother Mitchell was in the same show that Gabriella was in. So they were like family friends. All in all, knowing her co-stars made the entire Stranger Things experience more comfortable. For example, when she and Gaten were working on the Never-Ending Story song together, Matarazzo was super attentive to his on-screen partner. He came to Gabriella's trailer before it and was like, "Are you sure this is okay? Do you want to try this?" No wonder she was so excited to learn that Susie was going to be a part of yet another season. Although not every Stranger Things cast member knew each other before filming, some of them swore to stay friends forever. But before we discover who they are, check this out.
Visit our awesome merch shop. We have branded t-shirts, hoodies, eco bags, and even phone cases. You can choose between dozens of unique and awesome designs. Click the link under the video and find your perfect match.
Besties till death do them part. Quite understandably, Millie Bobby Brown and Sadie Sink are besties in real life. They were the only girls among the cast and clicked immediately. The castmates even went on vacation together. However, Millie's closest friend is Noah Schnapp. During shooting of the first season of Stranger Things, they bonded over filming their own little show.
Welcome to Schnipper and Milster's video diaries.
The duo also became the biggest pranksters on set. Their very first prank was on the showrunners. Millie pretended that she was really sick. She put water in her mouth and started puking it up. The Duffers didn't expect that and took the situation very seriously, to the excitement of the kids. Brown was also the mastermind behind the epic prank of the 4th season. This time, it was played on Noah. She lured him to a spot where he was ambushed by the entire team and crew.
About 20 people raid him. Absolutely invade him, and it's bad.
No other cast member could have pulled that off, especially because Schnapp and Brown are the bestest of BFFs. Millie admitted that Noah is one of the longest friends she's ever had. The actress explained that she didn't have any childhood friends because she was mostly homeschooled. That's why Noah is really one of those rare and dear people for her.
We both encourage each other and cheer each other on when they're doing well, and it's nice to have that support.
The two have even made the legendary best friend marriage pact. Oh yes! The two agree that if they are both not married by 40, they'll get married to each other because they would be good roomies. Millie specified, though, that it would be a complete platonic marriage. And the agreement does come with a non-negotiable clause: no kids.
Yeah, no kids at all. Only dogs. And separate bedrooms, for sure.
We'll see what happens with this pact in 20 years. But let's get back to season 4 and see how our favorite actors spend their time between takes. A time to remember. Things were a lot easier for the Stranger Things cast when they were shooting the first season of the show. They spent their time off set playing old school games like cards and Monopoly, just like real 80s children. Being unknown to the public at the time, the castmates even dressed up on Halloween and went trick-or-treating together. That was 8 years ago, and fans wondered if those sweet childhood friendships would last into adulthood. Thankfully, not many things have changed since then, although they are all now busy with their own lives. Apart from acting, Noah is also an entrepreneur. Millie is a producer and a founder of her own skincare and beauty brand, while Finn is a screenwriter and a short film director. But they all still think about each other.
When we're in between seasons, it's, we don't have to talk all the time, and we can go a long time without seeing each other, but we know that we're either going to be doing press or going back for a new season.
However, after season 5, they will probably have to make more of an effort to stay in each other's lives. But they are definitely ready to do it because, as Caleb says,
I'll never not want to be around them, even though if I end up not liking them, I'll still love them.
They still have time to plan an impressive rap party, and we have time to adjust to the thought that the Stranger Things kids are not kids anymore. If you like this video,
support OSSA by sending a super thanks. Just click on the thanks button under the video and choose an amount to donate. Stay awesome, and remember, we value each one of you.
And if you want to learn more about the real-life partners of the Stranger Things cast, watch our video about it.